Shalom and blessings, last Natsarim, warriors of Yahuwah and the truth. I am going to be continuing on with, I know it's been a while, but we are going to continue on in the BYNV with our full read through. We are on Bereshith, Genesis 30. I apologize that I haven't been able to really come on much lately. The move has been great, actually, because well, it took us longer than normal, but like it's we're finally settled in, and other people are actually noticing that I'm more at peace and I'm full of shalom, and my husband is too. So like it's a huge blessing that Yahuwah has given us for us to be able to come here. So another thing I was going to mention is that I am going to try to be starting the live shows with Brother Heath. December, it's either going to be it's going to be a Tuesday sometime around December 4th or the 6th, I'm not sure, depending upon when my new section for my my videos is going to be here. Okay, so I am going to continue on with our lesson in Bereshith, Genesis 30. And there was another thing I wanted to start doing, but I am not sure if I should. There's basic prayers here, and some of them just don't sound like things that I should be reading. The Beatitudes are in here, actually, so that would be something that I could read on here. And my first book of prayers, I was going to start another children's series. It's actually quite a cute little book here. So just let me know in the comments what you guys think. If any of you guys have kids and you guys want me to read that book, just let me know. Okay. My apologies for the long wait here, or the long introduction. I'm just really happy and really excited. Okay, so Bereshith, Genesis 30. And when Rachel saw that she bore Yaakov no children, Rachel envied her sister and said to Yaakov, "Give me children, or else I am going to die." And Yaakov's displeasure burned against Rachel, and he said, Am I in the place of Yahuwah, who has withheld from you the fruit of the womb? And she said, See my female servant Bilhah, go into her, and let her bear for me, and let me be built up from her as well. So she gave him Bilhah, her female servant, as is-yah, or wife. And Yaakov went into her, and Bilhah conceived and bore Yaakov a son. And I'm going to interject here, I apologize. But you see here, marriages happened when a man went into a woman. It didn't happen through some big ceremony or some pagan ritual or anything. It was just a man laid with his wife, and they became husband and wife. It was that simple back in those times. And Rachel said, Yahuwah has rightly ruled my case, and has also heard my voice and given me a son. So she called his name Dan. And Rachel's female servant Bilhah conceived again and bore Yaakov a second son. And Rachel said, With great wrestlings I have wrestled with my sister, and I have overcome. So she called his name Naphtali. And Leah saw that she had ceased bearing, and she took Zilpah, her female servant, and gave her to Yaakov as is-yah, as wife. And Leah's female servant Zilpah bore Yaakov a son. And Leah said, With Gad. So she called his name Gad. And Leah's female servant Zilpah bore Yaakov a second son. And Leah said, I am blessed. for the daughter shall call me blessed. So she called his name Asher. And Reuben went into the Yomim, or the days of wheat harvest, and found Dudaim, mandrakes, in the field, and brought them to his mother Leah. And Rachel said to Leah, Please give me some of your son's Dudaim. But she said to her, It is a small matter that you have taken away. She said, Is it a small matter that you have taken away my husband? Would you take away my son's Dudaim too? And Rachel said, Therefore let me lie with you tonight with your son's Dudaim. Dudaim is the term for a hallucinogenic fruit, sometimes called mandrake or love apples. And when Jacob came out of the field in the evening, Leah went out to meet him and said, Do come in to me, for indeed I have hired you with my son's Dudaim. And he lay with her that Lila, or that night. And Yahuwah listened to Leah, and she conceived and bore Jacob a fifth son. And Leah said, Yahuwah has given me my hire, because I have given my female servant to my husband. So she called his name Yissachar. And Leah conceived again and bore Jacob a sixth son. And Leah said, Yahuwah has presented me with a good present. Now my husband is going to dwell with me, because I have borne him 6 sons. So she called his name Zebulun. And afterward she bore a daughter and called her name Dinah. And Yahuwah remembered Rachel, and Yahuwah listened to her and opened her womb. And she conceived and bore a son, and said, Yahuwah has taken away my reproach. So she called his name Yusuf, and said, Yahuwah has added to me another son. And it came to be, when Rachel had borne Yusuf, that Jacob said to Laban, Send me on my way to go to my own place and to my land. Give my wives and my children, for whom I have served you, and let me go, for you yourself know my service which I have done for you. And Laban said to him, If I have found favor in your eyes, please stay, for I have diligently watched that Yahuwah has blessed me for your sake. And he said, Name me your wages, and I give it. So he said to him, You know how I have served you, and how your livestock has been with me. For the little you had before I came has increased greatly, and Yahuwah has blessed you since my coming. But now, when am I to provide for my own house too? And he said, What do I give you? And Jacob said, Give me naught. If you do this for me, I shall again feed and guard your flocks. Let me pass through all your flocks today, removing from there all the speckled and spotted sheep, and all the black ones among the lambs, and the spotted and speckled among the goats. And they shall be my wages. And my righteousness shall answer for me in time to come, when you come concerning my wages. Everyone that is not speckled and spotted among the goats, and black among the lambs, it is stolen if it is with me. And Laban said, See, let it be according to your word. And on that yom, or day, he set aside the male goats that were speckled and spotted, and all the female goats that were speckled and spotted, every one that had some white in it, and all the black ones among the lambs, and gave them into the hands of his sons. And he put a 3 yomim journey between himself and Jacob fed the rest of Laban's flocks, and Jacob took for himself rods of green poplar and of almond and chestnut trees, peeled white strips in them, and exposed the white which was in the rods. And he set the rods which he had peeled before the flocks in the gutters, in the watering troughs, where the flocks came to drink, and they mated when they came to drink. So the flocks conceived before the rods, and the flocks brought forth streaked, speckled, and spotted. And Jacob separated the lambs, and made the flocks face towards the streaked, and all the black in the flock of Laban. But he put his own flocks by themselves, and did not put them with Laban's flock. And it came to be, when the strong ones of the flock conceived, that Yaakov placed the rods before the eyes of the flock in the gutters, so they would mate among the rods. But when the flocks were weak, he did not put them in, so the weak ones were Laban's, and the strong ones Yaakov's. Thus the man increased very much, and had many flocks, and female and male servants, and camels, and donkeys. Next time we will be reading Bereshith, Genesis 31. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading today. And now is my favorite part. It is time to praise Yahuwah. Let me see here. I'm going to pick another song. I hope you guys will be okay with this. I'm going to be singing a song that I sing very, very often, Count It All Joy, because I have been very joyful lately, and Yahuwah has blessed us exceedingly. I am very, very happy. Count it all joy, count it all joy, count it all joy, count it all joy. Through the persecution, Yahusha went through it too. Count it all joy, count it all joy. Through the trials and tribulations, through the suffering and the pain, just look to Yahusha and count it all joy. No matter what you're going through and you don't know what to do, just look to Yahusha and count it all joy. When Hashatan throws a wrench into your life, drop down to your knees and pray to Abba Yahuwah, and He will work it all out for you, so you can count it all joy, count it all joy, count it all joy, count it all joy. Yahuwah works everything out for our good. Your heart and your mind must be working in unison. Stay faithful to Yah and He'll stay faithful to you, so you can count it all joy. Don't get caught up in the worries or cares of this world. Stay on the narrow path, not the broad road to destruction. Yahuwah always has your back in your righteous ways, so you can count it all joy. Count it all joy. Hallelujah. I love you all so much. I love you all with an everlasting love. As our Abba Yahuwah in the Shamayim. Oh, my books keep falling. Okay. As our Abba Yahuwah in the Shamayim loves each and every one of us. Shalom and blessings. Last Natsarim. Warriors of Yahuwah and the truth.